Good morning, everyone. So it's the first day of the Matt Burnett Clinic today. We're lucky enough to have him over on the island for 3 days, and I was lucky enough to get a slot because I think there was only really limited spaces available. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So a couple of days off work, the sun is shining, and I've got a lesson at 9 o'clock with him, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, I'll try and take you with me on as much of this journey as possible. But I'm going to go and get Otto ready, so I'll see you in a bit. Hey, so I've just finished having my lesson with Matt, and he was amazing. What do you think, Otto? He says, I think there's a hay net there. Oh God, there's so much I could tell you. It's just, he's just unravelling it all and fixing the little things that are wrong in the basics. And the difference it made to the other work was incredible. And he basically, me and Otto sort of know each other a little bit too well and try and hide each other's weaknesses, and it was just about putting them out on show so we could fix them. Really, really good. I'm so pleased. I can't wait for tomorrow, and I definitely can't wait for the weekend. I feel like just like I had a whole fountain of knowledge thrown at me. It was incredible. Sorry I didn't get to video any of it, but it's so good. I'll see if I can get some of tomorrow's videoed for you. Super, super pleased and super excited. Right, I'm going to go and sponge him off and put him out in the field. Look at him. I think he's worked hard. Oh, poor Otto. We'll see you in a bit. Hi guys! So second day of the Matt Burnett clinic's done. Well, for me anyway, we were on quite early again. Oh, it's just awesome. I do feel like my brain's a bit tired today from trying to remember all the different things I've got to do. We worked a lot on the walk pirouettes today, and we had a look at my half pass, which has been going pretty badly. But he just made some real tiny little adjustments, and it's literally made all the difference in the world. They felt so much smoother, and he's just put my head on a little bit more straight about what to expect out of tomorrow, rather than going in and all of a sudden thinking, oh my god, I've got to have the best dressage horse in the world when you know he's not. So you can't just expect him to change who he is at a show. Look, hold on a second. Sorry, I just had to battle a few horses away from the gate to get Otto in there. Oh, sorry, my head's a bit mashed. I'll probably talk to you a little bit more about this later when I've had time to regroup myself. But so good. Like, I would totally recommend him to anyone. He's awesome. He explains things really simply and really carefully, but it just like simplifies everything down. But he doesn't miss a trick. Do you know, like the slightest thing that I did, he picked up on it and he corrects it straight away, which is brilliant when you've got into these bad habits, because you don't even realise you're doing them, but he's like already seen it happening, stopped it, changed it, and you're like, oh yeah, really refreshing. So yeah, absolutely super. Mum videoed it today, haven't looked through it yet. Have a look through it later for you and get it edited and out for you to have a look at. Just wanted to show you guys the view out of my bedroom window. Don't know if you can see it, but on a nice sunny day like this, it is beautiful. Oh, look at all the jet lines where the planes have been flying across the sky. People off on their holidays and various things. So yeah, that's my beautiful bedroom window view. Lucky girl. Good morning, guys. Thought I'd treat you today and give you the au natural Hagrid look my hair generally has. Hope you enjoy. It's day 3 of our Matt clinic, and today it is dressage day. So Matt's going to come and warm us up for our tests, which I am so excited about. I'm like a little bit nervous as well, I'm not going to lie, because I don't know, it's a little bit intimidating. I was just saying to my mum earlier that it's like I'm scared that he's going to realise how much I haven't got it together when he watches me warm up for the dressage. But that's really stupid, because that's suggesting that I've hidden that from him for the last 2 days. Like, he already knows that I go a little bit crazy and want everything perfect and have a little panic attack when things go wrong. Like, he already knows that. He's trained me for the past 2 days, and I think sometimes I think I cover it up, but I'm not that person. I'm actually super transparent, and he's he's not going to see anything that he doesn't already know today, so I'm going to have to just remember that when I go in. Anyway, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not on till 6 o'clock this evening though, so I've got a whole day first, which I'm just going to fill with. I need to go and get my eyebrows done. Ben needs his hair cut. Got a few things to do in town. And then I'm not quite sure where the day's going to take us next. Mum was thinking about taking Lexi out in the carriage, so I'll maybe go with her. Just housework and general stuff like that. Nothing too exciting. But yeah, when I was thinking about just filming this now, I remembered that I haven't really caught up with you about my diet, my clean eating and all that sort of stuff. And that's not because I've fallen off the wagon or anything. Not this time, not yet. But I don't know, I just hadn't thought to mention it to you, so I thought I'd just bring you up to date on that in case you're interested to know. Yeah, it's going great. Really pleased with it. Mum's been doing it as well with me, and I think like she's lost over half a stone, I think, and I've lost about 1/2 stone. But for me, yeah, I did want to lose the weight, don't get me wrong, but it's more about changing my lifestyle into not, I'm like food obsessed. It controls my whole life, or it was, to the point that I've seen Ben doing the same thing, and he would be like eating his lunch and asking me what was for tea, and I'm like, oh, that is not what I want for the two of us. Like, everything revolves around food, like, oh yeah, but you know, and I'm like, you hear that phrase, I'm only here for the food. That was literally me. Like, I would be like, oh, I'm going out tonight. If they're doing the whole eating, cheating and just drinking thing, not interested. But if they're going out for a meal, I'm totally going. But I'm just being dead open and honest, that's how I was. Anyway, since I've started this, I do just have my 3 meals a day now. I was snacking in between when I started because I felt like I was so hungry I couldn't make it through to the next meal time, which was just in my mind. It really was. So we've swapped and changed things up a bit. But, so what have we been having? So in the morning, I've had a bagel, toasted bagel with, you're supposed to have it with cream cheese, but I've been using this quark stuff, which is like a cheese, soft cheese, or yogurt replacement, because I'm not a big cheese fan, and this hasn't got that cheesy flavour, so that's really good. With apricots and bananas, breakfast. Then lunchtime has been a chicken wrap, so that's just chicken breast. I use the quark again instead of soft cheese, with spring onions in it, and a little handful, good morning Benj, and a little handful of watercress, and I just put that in we've actually used Weight Watchers wraps, but you can use whatever wraps you want, really, I guess. They've just got slightly less calories in. And then for tea, we have been... Are you stroking my Hagrid hair? For tea, we've been having... what have we had this week for tea? Oh, cottage pie. But what we do with it is it's kind of like half the meat you would normally put in a cottage pie, and bulked out with loads of vegetables, courgette, carrots, a bit of sweet corn in there as well. And then like reduced salt gravy. I tell you what we've been using, and it's super simple to follow. In my little brain, I decided that calorie counting was the way forward, but I don't want to constantly be obsessed with calorie counting. So I thought, what I'm going to do is have my 3 meals a day and make sure none of them go over 500 calories. And then I know I've had 1,500 calories a day. By the time, because I am a bit of a coffee person, I do love my coffee. So by the time I've had my coffees and stuff, I'm about on 1,500 calories a day, which is what they recommend if you want to lose about a pound a week, which is a healthy way to do things, isn't it? So I've downloaded this app, and it's called Change for Life, and I would really recommend it to anyone because it breaks down all how many calories are in it, what ingredients you need, and then how to prepare it. So it's dead easy for people like me who are not great cooks. Like I'm definitely not adventurous in the kitchen. I like to just follow a recipe and do it that way, and this all does it for you. I think it's designed for families, to help your kids eat healthier and stuff, but I'm still working on that because this is like Mr. Fussy times 10 here. But it is really, really working. Like, I can't stress enough. I don't want to rabbit on because you won't want to listen for this long, but I just can't stress enough that from the food obsessed person I was, I now just get up, I have my breakfast, I really enjoy it, and I forget about eating till lunchtime again. And then I can't, like when I get home, I am really hungry and I'm so ready for lunch, and I really enjoy that, and then I'm happy to carry on till tea time. Like, it has made the biggest change in my life, and I no longer feel like I'm ruled by food, and it's been much easier than I thought. And while we've had Matt over, we've done things like go out for lunch and go out for tea, and I was really stressed out about what that was going to do to my diet, because normally the minute I eat something bad, I'm like, that's it, I've ruined it, I might as well have cake for breakfast. Like, that's where I get with it. But actually, we went out for tea the other night, and then I got up on the next morning, and I just got straight back into my normal routine. And it's made that, so I can go out with my friends and have a good night and eat what I want and not feel guilty for it, because I just get straight back on it the next day. So that is like a major thing for me. I'm so pleased with how it's going. So I just wanted to share that with you. And if anyone wants any more details on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, because they're having a similar struggle, please get in touch with me, because I know how hateful it is, and I'd be more than happy to try and help you in any way that I could. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'll speak to you later. Hey, so how did today go? Well, basically I just lost it. Got myself wound up like an absolute clock. Felt like I couldn't ride it, and just ended up in the right state about the whole thing. Just too much of a perfectionist. I want it all to be perfect, and that's obviously not ever going to happen. So I need to change my mindset around that, and I am, and I will keep working on that. So I took him down. I was already nervous before I got there. Felt really anxious. Then I went in and did warmed up. Had Matt helping me. It was brilliant. He just had me literally just warm him up, whereas normally I go through all my tests, go through all my movements, and I give him quite a hard warm up. And he was like, no, just go warm him up and do all the hard stuff in the arena, so he's not tired and flat before you go in. Brilliant advice, worked really well. Went in, he still felt nice and fresh. I wasn't too disappointed with the first test. It was okay. And then I just started getting anxious about the PSG in the warm-up, and I was like, oh, I haven't practiced any of my changes. I haven't done any of the canter pirouettes. So Matt came in and ran through a few of them movements with me in the warm-up, so before I went in. And then Otto just started spooking. And I know he does it to get a reaction so that he can get out of doing what I'm asking him to do. Like, he knows me so well that he knows I'm going to react. And I know that I shouldn't, but I did. And I just, like, came down on him like a ton of bricks and told him off for spooking. And he was like, oh, that's all I needed, because then I lose all the contact. He's not together, we're not focused, and I start flapping. He didn't deserve for me to give him such a hard time for just spooking at something. But it's like I revert to when he was naughty, because I know that spook would have turned into a nap, and then he would have got really dangerous. And I'm still reacting like he's that horse, and he's not that horse anymore. Like, he's really not. So then Matt was like, don't react to him like that when he spooks. You're just about to go into a test. It's not the right way to do it. And well, he just hit the nail on the head. Like, I knew that I had done it wrong, and then I was seriously hard on myself, and I started mentally giving myself a really hard time for telling him off when I shouldn't. And by the time I got into the test, I was just like, I got myself in a massive state about it. And forgot where I was going, and I know that test inside out, so that was really infuriating. Yeah, really cross with that. Anyway, amazingly, because my horse is just so bloody awesome and deals with me being a bit of a raven head case with him sometimes, he went and he did the test to the best of his ability anyway. It wasn't great. I took the mediums right back, and I didn't push him, because the minute I push him, he goes on the forehand and he just runs. So what's the point? So I just left them quite contained. So the marks aren't there for them yet. But everything else, I think he missed his last change in the 3 times. Everything else, God love him, he just did. Even though I was riding around on top of him like the crazy frog, like literally my head was gone. And he come away with 63% in his advanced medium and 62 in his PSG, which I would normally be absolutely over the moon with, and I am over the moon with him. I absolutely am, but I'm just so cross that I reacted the way I did. I just did not need to do that. Anyway, I could rabbit on about it all night, but luckily for you guys, I'm going out for tea, so I haven't got time. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm really gonna work on that, and I hope that I never have to tell you the same story again. I'm gonna really focus on, it's okay if he spooks. It's not going to turn into a massive nap, and it's not going to get dangerous and out of control. And I just need to ignore it, keep him busy, ride him through it, and just go into that test with that attitude that it's okay. Yeah, like, it's not all falling apart. That's my plan for next time. Anyway, right now I need to go and sort this out and get myself out for tea. So I will speak to you soon. Take care.